Hi everyone, Alan from Newlands Nursery, and this is today's 5-Minute Friday, and we're going to be planting up this very, very special geranium container. One of the great things about starting plants nice and early in the season is we get a longer flowering period. In particular, some of the new breeding plants, new bred plants are absolutely fantastic for this. So what I've got here is some of the 2-in-1 geraniums, and the difference with these is that they are a combination between a trailing geranium, or pelargonium I should say, and an upright geranium or pelargonium. What makes them fantastic is they're so vigorous, they grow so well, and they are perfect container plants. So if we look down here, what I've done is put this little collection together. So we've got a pink eye here, we've got scarlet red, and this one that isn't quite flowering at the back here is white splash. And you can really see these colours go well together. And it's going to look absolutely fantastic in a container. Now you'll actually find the container size we're using, these 3 plants, they will fill it with no problem at all. But in starting early, in getting the plants nice and early into a container, what that means is we get a nice lot of leaf growth to begin with, and the more leaf growth we get, the more we're going to get flower, which is absolutely fantastic. So we're going to get lots more flower doing it like this, and it's going to be more established. And what you find is, rather than having that growing period where we're enjoying the garden but still waiting for a container to grow, what we're actually doing is starting it nice and early, and as soon as it's ready to go outside, when the frosts have passed, we get all the flower and it's already grown. So it's a great thing to do nice and early. So what I'll do first of all is fill this container with some compost, just like that. So it's a multi-purpose, a good quality multi-purpose compost. And like I said, these plug plants can go straight into a container this size. If you've got a really, really big container, you might want to put more plants in it, but this will be perfect in this size container. So I'll just tap it down nicely, make sure we get rid of any air gaps. And I'm leaving it just shy of the top, which helps with watering. So I'm going to grab these plants and put them in. Now, because we're putting 3 plants in here, we don't need to worry too much about where they go, and it's a round container, so it'll obviously turn round. So we're looking for a triangle, just like that, okay? And we make a hole in the compost, just a little bit bigger than the root ball, and just place it in. We're not pushing it down hard or anything like that, we're just placing it in. We don't want to compact the compost underneath. And we repeat the process for all of the plants until they're planted, just like that, nice and even. Now what I'm going to do next will seem like sacrilege, but I'm actually going to take these flowers off. Now what that's going to do is allow the plant to put a bit more energy in leaf growth. And like I say, obviously we're always thinking about plants like this to have the flowers, but obviously you need the leaf growth to support the amount of flowers that these plants can produce. So if we look at this, we're just going to snap it off just at the base, just like that, okay? You can do it with a pair of scissors and repeat the process for all of them. Just snap it off nicely, and again for this back one, just here, okay? Just like that. So it doesn't look quite as pretty. Well, these actually work quite well in a vase. You can put them in a vase, but that will really, really help the plants. Now, what I want you to do is put this in a frost-free spot. So a conservatory would be perfect if there's an element of heat in there. Heated greenhouse, even better. Or a lot of people have got some nice light kitchens and something like that where it's going to be nice and warm. We don't want frost to get to this. Now, obviously, it's a bit bigger than a pot. So if you're buying the plants and you haven't got the space but you've got windowsill, pop them into something like this first and then go into the container. But it's as simple as that. All we're left to do is give it a good water. So water it nice and well, water the plants in, and away you go. And when the weather breaks, depends what part of the country you're in, maybe middle of May towards June, you can put this on your patio and really enjoy it. Now this container, I guarantee, if you go for something like this, you're going to want to put it in a place that you pass all the time, so next to the front door or somewhere like that, because it really is fantastic. Any questions at all, obviously get in contact. See you soon.